Yes, my collective family. It's Collective Joe in the building. Today, I'm customizing Pokemon cards. I'm starting off with the spinner rack. And today, I'm going to show you how to turn this basic spinner rack into...
Whoa!
But guys, before we go any further, please make sure you're subscribing to the channel because it helps us so much. Anyway, let's go. Step one, creating our canvas. This is an important step, guys. We need to make sure we can paint on this card. So we're going to cover the paint with Gresso primer. I've got this 15 quid from Hobby and Craft, either way it works. And once we've covered the whole card with this paint, it's ready to draw on. I like to use a mechanical pencil because I feel like it's very much more detailed and easier to get fine lines, let's say. So going back to the Gresso paint, when you're painting the card with the Gresso paint, make sure you don't lap it on too thick because your card will start bending. You can see my spinner rack's bent a little bit, but it weren't too bad. So just in future, I'm gonna make sure I do it light. I'd do about 4 coats, but just do them very light coats. So here you can see I'm just panning out my design for my new spinner rack card. I'm going to turn this into a full art card. So right now I'm designing, I'm just extending, should I say, the background. So I've just drawn a few leaves around the top right hand side. I've extended the spider web coming out the back of the spinner rack. And I'm just adding on a little bit more leaves. I've added a tree stump and a tree branch going across the card. And so for now, I'm not really worried about adding too much details. You just want to make sure you're getting the outline. You want to get the outlines for each of your designs. So yeah, as I said, I'm not really focusing right now too much on the details, just making sure I get the basic shapes in there. So when we do go to start painting, we're ready to go.
Baby, read the fine print. I've got baggage and it's all Gucci. Don't get too attached to me. Everybody act like the answer. One love like in the movies. Wasting precious time assuming. Oh, what we made to fall. No, I'm not lonely when solo and solely exploring what I need. Cause dozens of times I swear that I knew when the wisdom was scanty. Doesn't mean I was broken, so open, I gave till empty. Got it all back by myself, now nobody can tempt me. If I turn off, breathe in, sit on my own. Can't keep making exits from the pressure. Lessons after lessons, had to question these glaring design flaws. Can't keep love built from a love song. No, I'm not only with solo and solely exploring what I need. Cause dozens of times I swear that I knew when the wisdom was scanty. Doesn't mean I was broken, so open. I gave and 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 I. And if I'm better.
So now I've mixed up a brown paint. I tried to do it with one hand, it wasn't working, so make sure you do hold the card down. I'm thinking I might use a bit of blue tack on the back, or even put the card into a stand maybe that can hold on to it. But for now, one finger on the card will do a treat. So I'm just painting this brown on. To be honest, this brown wasn't the best. It's a bit very red. I can't remember how I made this brown. You can make brown using loads of different colors, but I think I used red and might be red and blue or red and green, but I'm not sure. But anyway, loads of different ways to make browns. I'd always say if you're going to make a color and you want to make the shading for that color, I would never really use a black or a white to make a darker brown or a lighter brown. Just filling up the picture really. You know, who's had a colouring book when I was a kid? I'm sure we all did. So it's just the same principle. You draw your outlines, and now I'm colouring in the colouring book, trying to stay within the lines as best as possible, but I can't always do that. But that's one thing, again, about art. You make a mistake, you come out of the lines, you can either change it, you can adapt it, or you can just paint over it. So that's why I love art. It's forever expanding and changing. So yeah, as you can see, I just literally using very rugged brush strokes as well, not really too much paint on the brush as well with most of it. So when I bring it over to the card like this, not really putting too much paint on that brush, just really trying to smudge it in and work it into the colors that are already in the Pokemon card, if that really makes sense, because the colors are not live, they're already set. But it works, believe me, it works. Also, the paintbrush I'm using, this is a pound shop paintbrush, and it really done wonders. It actually really done me wonders. I got this for £1, so yeah, really good. But I will definitely got to use some better paintbrushes in the following videos. I usually use my Angelus paintbrushes, but I wanted to save them in case I didn't like this project. But I really, like I said, pleased with how this has come out. Can't be happier, to be fair. In a zone when I'm doing my art. Love every bit of it. So yeah, as you can see, I finished off a lot of the leaves, a lot of the detail on the leaves. Now I'm just working on a bit of the background for the bottom part of the card. And I thought in the background I would want to have a mountain, like a really rocky grey mountain, and then I'll add the blue sky to the back of that as well. So just adding a bit more blue into the sky, the blue that I wanted to work with into the sky, so I could blend it down into the bottom half of the card, as you can see I'm doing here.
When you're crushing on my dreams and you're making me so cool. Get out of my life. I know what I'm supposed to do. When you're crushing on my dreams and you're making me so cool. I know what I'm supposed to do.
Also, I should probably wear gloves when I'm doing this, but I've never really liked the feeling of gloves on my hands, especially when I'm doing painting. And this is what I think, this is one of the things I love about painting. It just get messy. It just reminds me of being a kid. Always brings me back to my childhood. Get paint all over your hands, then at the end go and wash it all off. It's like getting all, you know, when you get all the glue on your hands, do you know what I mean? And then you just peel it all off, you know, peel it off. But yeah, now moved on to the clouds, adding a bit of detail into the clouds. And as you can see, the mountains changed drastically. I thought I'd add some grass onto the mountain, a bit more detail, added a few trees in the foreground. And I've also added a lot more detail into the tree, so you can see now it's starting to come together quite well. Actually, at this stage I was really happy with it, but there was still something not feeling right to me about especially about this bottom segment. Something wasn't sitting right. There was something in this part of the picture that just wasn't adding up. So I got rid of our little friend here, and I added our littler friend here. And I think it really works well. Oh, well, I hope it does. So this was the result of removing our other friend and adding our new friend in. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I can't even moan about that one. I'll be honest with you. It come out a lot better than I thought. So re-adding the spider's webs, and I thought I would not extend them all the way along the picture because I wanted to give the effect that our little friend here is escaping. Or is he? Or is she? Or are they? So you really can't tell if they're gonna get away from spinner rack. So same technique with when I do spider's webs as well. I do think it's not very. It's good to be accurate, but it doesn't really make much of a difference if your lines are not exactly the same. Because the spider's web's always got a little bit of water on it, or a little bit of a bug wrapped up into a bit of web. So it always works. I find it always works. So you don't really want to be too precise with a spider's web. And yeah, the results, I think, really, really good. You can see with the clouds as well, just with the clouds, I find to get a nice color on those clouds, you want to get a dry brush. You want to paint your clouds in with the white first, and then get your dry brush and just dab colors on top of it. Dab a dark gray into it, dab a lighter gray into it, dab a bit of blue from the whatever color sky you're using, dab a bit of that blue into it as well. And yeah, it comes together well. As you can see now, I've really need to edit this bit out, but we'll probably keep it in because it weren't that long. And that's probably a little Easter egg. So whoever notices this bit, I'll send you a free pack of Pokemon cards if you write in the comments, "I noticed." And I mean it. I'll send you a free pack of Pokemon cards if you just comment, "I noticed." But yeah, so let's go. And we do love to do giveaways anyway, so I'm not even playing with you. We will give you that, guys. Make sure as well you remember we do our live rip and ships every Monday on TikTok. The collective family, the collective trading. So here we have it, guys. We've turned this dead old spinner rack into So guys, anybody that's familiar with our live shows that we do on TikTok, the Rip and Ships, they call me the Magic Fingers Collective Joe, and now you know why they say I've got magic fingers. But guys, please use your magic fingers and subscribe and join the family. Let's go.